Hi, Mom. This is me. I'm here. Hey. Oh, okay. I'm forgetting something. Like I'm forgetting something. Am I forgetting something? So it's like bear up here. Okay. All right, friends. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Um, just a quick announcement. I have my embodiment class tomorrow. It was a monthly offering, but I stopped offering it at the beginning of this year. So it's just kind of like a one-off thing I'm doing every now and then. It's this Friday, 7:30 in this space. It's $33. And it's yoga, breath work, and sound. So 3 different modalities all wrapped up into one. It's basically the title of the class is embodiment because it's just everything intended to drop you into your body and your felt senses and allow you to just move energy in that way. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me after class. And then I think that's about it. I have a few retreats coming up like in the summer and one in October. So if you're interested, there's flyers out there and then always that stuff's on my website. So, all right, shall we? To a comfortable seat if you're not already there. So you're welcome to sit up on top of a block or anything like that if it helps. You're welcome to just move around a little bit, kind of feel into your body a little bit, and just notice how you are physically, energetically, and even bring awareness to how you are emotionally. Eventually find stillness. So just your seated meditation. Eyes can be closed, or if you prefer to keep your eyes open, soften and lower your gaze. And see if you can notice where are you tensing up in your physical body without even realizing it. So if you really tune in, is there a way you could relax the muscles in your face a little more? Let your shoulders relax down away from your ears. Just let them melt a little more. Maybe it's just an energetic softening. Maybe you soften through your outer shell. What would that feel like? And then start to bring awareness to your breath. So start to notice it and observe it. Maybe you even visualize it. And with this awareness on your breath, next time you inhale, just very intentionally fill up as big as you can. Feel your entire body expand, almost like it's a 3D globe. Let it get bigger and bigger, and then hold. Open your mouth and let it go. Sigh it out. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, fill up. Expand, inflate, take up space, hold. And then open your mouth and release. Let it go. Very nice. Do that one last time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Hold in fullness and keep holding. See if you can take an extra little sip or maybe even 2. And then big sigh. Let it go out your mouth. Nice job, friends. So seal your lips now and drop into Ujjayi breath. So it's in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So you really hear the breath as it moves through the back of your throat rather than as it moves through your nostrils. So it's very different than a typical nostril breath. Sounds different, feels different, comes all the way down from your diaphragm. So every inhalation, it's like your entire upper body is expanding, your entire torso like a 3D globe, in every direction it expands. And every exhalation, It hugs in, it contracts, you connect back to your very, very center, all the way to emptiness. So this breath is slow and steady. It's not in a rush, but it's also powerful and dynamic and vibrant. Ujjayi, translated from Sanskrit, means victorious. So what does victorious breath feel like in your body? As you're ready, friends, just come forward to hands and knees, tabletop position, and start to explore movement in any way that might feel good or interesting or curious to you this morning. So maybe cat cows, maybe big circles with your hips. Maybe you just want to sit back in child's pose and give yourself a moment to rest there, ground there. So feel into your body rather than thinking your way into your body. Feel your way into your body. It's different. And then notice now that you have begun to move, is your breath still there? Is it still big and powerful and victorious? Is it still slow and steady, spacious? So see if you can make your breath just as important as the physical practice. Give yourself a few more rounds, and then eventually downward facing dog is where we will end up. So you can start your own transition back whenever you'd like. Good job. Once you're back in down dog, take some time to feel into it. So give your head maybe a little shake or a little nod. Maybe pedal out your heels or even take your feet out a little wider than normal and just see how it feels. Transfer your weight from side to side. So your down dog, if you're not sure how far apart your hands and your feet should be, a good way to measure is to come forward to a plank position like you're about to do a push-up. And then without moving your hands or your feet, just lift your hips and press them back. So you might bend your knees a lot. You might come up to your tiptoes. I know it's tempting to want to walk your feet forward. If you want to walk them forward just a teeny tiny bit, that's fine. But try to keep this space so that you give yourself space to move into. If you shorten your down dog, you're really limiting the space that you can create. You guys look awesome. Nice poses. Take one more inhale, everybody, and see if you can lift your hips just a little higher. And then as you exhale, listen, slowly crawl your hands to the very back of your mat until you find yourself in a forward fold. And then once you're at the back of your yoga mat, all the weight is now in your feet. Bring your feet mat width distance apart. Keep all 10 toes facing forward if you can. If you want to modify, your toes can come out wider than your heels. So as you inhale, I'm going to call this bear pose. You're going to sit your butt back and reach your arms forward, look forward. And then as you exhale, you'll lift your butt up, reach the crown of your head down, fold as deeply as you can. So back and forth just like that. Inhale, bear pose, lift your heart, reach forward, sit back. And then exhale, forward fold, lift your hips, crown towards the ground. Go back and forth just like that a few more times at your own pace. Now, as you sit back, weight is in your heels, your heart is lifted, your core is turned on. Yeah, lots of awareness, moving slowly with your breath. Awesome job. Next time you end up in a forward fold, hang out there. Good job, friends. From your forward fold now, come to a halfway lift position. So you might bend your knees a little or a lot, and then bring your left hand down to the ground or your left fingertips, right arm to the sky. And with your feet wide, see if you can work both legs as straight as possible. To modify, your left knee can bend. But if you can, work both legs straight. And if you want to take it a little further, left hand to the outside of right ankle, and right arm could wrap behind your back. You can use your hand against your ankle as gentle leverage to go a little bit deeper. Take a couple more breaths. Nice, Nan. Awesome, Pam. And then bottom of your next exhalation, just switch to the other side. So slowly unwind, right fingertips on the ground to start, left arm to the sky. Work both legs as straight as you can, but focus primarily on your left leg. So if you need to bend your right knee a little or a lot, that's fine. And then if you want that extra, see if you can bring your right hand to the outside of your left ankle and perhaps wrap your left arm behind your back. Nice, see? Make sure your breath is still big and still spacious, slow and steady. And every time you exhale all the way to emptiness, and that's where you go a little bit deeper. Take just one last round here. Bottom of your exhalation, unwind. And then let your arms and your head hang heavy and just roll super, super slowly all the way up. So super slow, like we're having a competition. You can go the slowest. And only at the very, very top does your head stack. And then once your head stacks, readjust through your feet. So you're standing with your feet either hips width distance apart or big toes together, little gap in between your heels. So whatever feels best in your body. And then open your palms to face forward. Feel your shoulders nice and broad, your collarbones nice and broad. See if you can feel from the inside. So maybe close your eyes and feel into a neutral pelvis and a neutral spine in your own body as best you can. And then feel your breath rising and falling, moving through every little space inside of you. So this is mountain pose. Embody a mountain. What does it feel like? Root down firmly and draw up through the crown of your head. Take up space. Stay as you are. Fill up as big as you can and hold. Take that extra little sip if it's there. And then out your mouth, let it go. Ah, good job. Reconnect to Ujjayi. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips, slow dive down. Bend in the knees is super helpful if you feel it in your low back. It also helps you find your core. Halfway lift position as you breathe in, lengthen, spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, lead with your heart this time if you can, rise. So bend your knees, stick your butt out, and then arms overhead. Hands to heart as you exhale. Take that one more time, super slow with your big deep breath. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, slow dive. So traction out your spine as you dive, then fold. Good, Sue. As you breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Exhale, let it go. All the way to empty, and from that place, connect to your center, rise up. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky, nice Norma. And hands to your heart center as you exhale. All right, adding on, inhale, arms reach up. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze shoulder blades towards your spine. Try not to lock out your elbows, but if it is available, start to reach your hands back away from your body. And then if you would like, option to add a little back bend. So hug in with your inner thighs, press your hips forward, puff up your heart, tilt your chin up. Try not to let your head collapse back, but think of extending back with strength in the sides of your neck. One more in breath. Exhale, keep your clasp, hinge at your hips, take it all the way down into your forward fold. Inhale, keep your clasp, halfway lift. So feel your nice long spine and squeeze your back muscles around your spine. Yes, keep your clasp, exhale, fold. So relax your neck. Take one more inhale, see if you can lift your sit bones higher, lift your knuckles higher. And then exhale, bring your hands to your low back first, then release. Let your arms hang and give them a little shaky shake if you want. Spinal extension, one more time, breathe in. And then this time, plant your hands or your fingertips. And like you're a four-legged animal, lightly and gracefully start to crawl your hands forward until you're in a plank position. Once you are in your plank position, be there and find your strength. So spread your fingers super wide and grip the ground with your fingertips. So if you do that, you should feel your muscles fire up all along the line from your forearms up to your shoulders. And then as you push the ground away, even your pectoral muscles turn on. Draw your belly button in and up. Take little rocks forward and back if you're not already. Yes. So as you rock forward, you're on your tippy toes. If you want to come to your knees, you're more than welcome to. One more inhale, take that little rock forward. And then strong straight line all the way to your belly, slow motion. Good. Very nice. Take a back bend, a heart opener of your choice. So lift your heart, stretch through your front body, and give yourself a couple breaths or so if it feels nice. And then eventually downward facing dog is where we're headed. And once you're back in down dog, big, spacious Ujjayi breath. Nice poses, you guys. Awesome, Eileen. Good shoulders. All right, great big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, this time look forward, step or hop top of your space. Forward, hold. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen out. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet, rise all the way up, arms extend. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we're gonna get right into it. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Balance on your right foot. So bring all the weight into your right foot and lift your left knee up for standing staff. Hug in with your inner thighs, flex through your left toes. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, low lunge, move in slow motion. See if you can touch fingers and toes down at the exact same time. We're gonna go back and forth through these two poses. So inhale, rise, standing staff. If you want more, you can extend your left leg. Exhale, slowly lower into your low lunge. You can again move at your own pace with your own breath, but move slowly and intentionally, focused and alert, yet calm and relaxed all at the same time. Focus your gaze and really feel into your right foot rooting down as you transition. And also stay connected to your strong core. Take one or two more rounds just like this, letting the heat build in your right leg. So good, you guys. All right, end up in your low lunge position. Once you are in your low lunge, friends, set your back knee down gently and let your hips melt towards the ground a bit. So if you need to, if you feel like you don't have enough space to let your hips melt towards the ground, walk your front foot forward. Keep your left hand on the ground or a block. Reach your right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. And your back knee is down. Your hips are moving forward and down. Press into your right heel and even imagine that you're trying to pull your right heel back energetically. Breathe down into your belly, and as you exhale, see if you can twist a little bit further. Take one last round. Bottom of your exhalation, let that go. Bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out to the width of your mat or even off the edge of your mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. And then this time, see if you can let your heart melt down. So keep your hips lifted and let your heart melt. So you might just bend your elbows a little bit or walk your hands forward a little bit. You may be able to lower to your forearms. If you come down onto your forearms, the temptation is to put all your weight in your left arm. Try to encourage your weight into your right forearm as well. So everybody, rather than collapsing over to your left side, encourage your weight to the right. You can pivot your right toes out to the right if it's helpful. You might also roll onto the outer edge of your right foot if it's helpful. Take about 3 or 4 more deep breaths. Good job. So just softening with each exhale around whatever you're feeling, even if it's super uncomfortable, use your breath to just be with it, soften around it. Take one last round. Bottom of your exhale, come back up to your hands if you're not there already. Plant your hands firmly under your shoulders and just work your right foot to the back of your mat. You'll be in a plank position. And then from your plank position, Vashisthasana, side plank. Right hand is your base. So roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. If you want to modify, right knee can come down or even right forearm can come down. Lift your hips really high, like you're trying to create a rainbow or an arch with your body. Awesome, Abby. And then maybe your left arm reaches forward, lengthen through your left side. Yeah. Maybe your left leg even floats up. As your left leg floats up, lift your hips even higher. One last deep breath. Good job. Plank or modified plank, top of your push-up. Find your strength. Inhale. And then exhale slowly all the way to your belly. Stay low, baby cobra. So lift, not using your arms, but using the strength in your back. We're gonna pause right here and bring tons of awareness into this pose. So bring awareness first into your lower body. Spread your toes and try to press through your toenails. If your feet are lifted off the ground, this is not cobra pose. So press into your toenails, press into your shoelaces, press into your pelvis, roll your shoulders back and down, point your elbows back. There's so much strength work happening in your back right now. As soon as you lift your legs, your butt's doing the work. So keep pressing through your low body. See if you can keep this exact same position and just let your hands hover. Take one more inhale. Feel the strength in your back body. Press through pelvis and shoelaces. Yes. Exhale, let it go. Press up to tabletop, hands and knees. For a moment, it might feel really nice to stretch back into a child's pose or maybe take a couple cat-cows, hip circles. And then eventually, from your tabletop, friends, we're moving into spinal balance. So right arm forward and left leg back. Right arm forward, left leg back. Yes. Hips are square, inner thighs face one another. And then notice if it feels like your belly's dropping, draw your belly button in and up and feel like you have a brace around your middle supporting you. Take one more inhale here. Your gaze is down, back of your neck is long. Exhale, elbow to knee like you're moving through molasses, slow motion. Nice, Kirsten. Inhale, re-extend, long, strong, powerful line. Just like that. Two more. Exhale, elbow to knee. Good. Inhale, re-extend. And last one, elbow to knee, all the way to empty. Round, hollow out, empty out. Inhale, lengthen. You can stay here if you prefer. Otherwise, reach your right arm back. Bend your left knee and see if you can lift through your heart, not just your head, but your heart. So feel your back muscles hug around your spine, just like in baby cobra. If it is available, grab hold of your ankle or the top of your foot. Use gentle leverage to work the pose. So kick, foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Hug in with your inner thighs to stay out of low back. Nice chill, and then breathe. One last huge breath. Slowly release. Come back to your spinal balance. So long, strong, powerful line. Inhale. Good job. Exhale. Lower everything down. Come down to your forearms. Promise you get a break after this. Come down to your forearms, set up for dolphin pose. So if it helps you set up, you can grab opposite elbows. That's how far apart you want your elbows. Forearms parallel, like you're making a number 11 on the ground. Spread your fingers really wide and try to press especially into thumbs and index. Relax your head, relax your neck. And before you even lift into your dolphin, just tuck your toes and hover your knees above the ground like an inch or so. Now, as you hover your knees, find more strength in your shoulders. So hug in with your upper arms. Press down through the belly of your forearms. Use your strong core now to lift your hips up as high as they will go. So walk your toes as close as you can to your elbows. Lift your hips as high as you can. One day, your hips stack right over your shoulders. Press your heart towards the back of the room. Try to relax your neck so you don't have to gaze forward. Just let the back of your neck be nice and long. Stay right where you're at, or if you want to play, if you want to extend one leg, take little hops, go for it. 3 more breaths in dolphin. Hug in with your upper arms. Press down through the belly of your forearms. Nice, Sid. Soften through your facial muscles. One last round. You got this. And then bottom of your exhale. Set your knees down. Take any resting pose you would like. So child, embryo, heroes. Just feel whatever there is to feel. Let your shoulders soften. Maybe an open mouth sigh would feel good. Downward facing dog. All right, from your down dog, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. For this one, right now, keep your hips square, your inner thighs facing one another. Press up with your right foot and keep your right foot really active. So like you're stomping it onto an invisible wall. Press up with your right foot, press down through your fingertips and lift from your center. One more in-breath here. Exhale, keep your hips high, knee towards your nose. So round your spine, hollow out your belly. Step your right foot forward softly. Listen, we're gonna come into a pyramid stance. So step your back foot forward, a foot or so, depends how long your legs are. You want both feet flat on your mat, flat on the ground. And personally, I like all of my toes facing directly forward, my feet on 2 train tracks rather than a balance beam. Traditionally, it's a balance beam with your back foot at like a 30-degree angle. So whatever feels best in your body, come to a halfway lift position, bring your hands to your hips. And then with your hands on your hips, see if you can really pull your right hip back. So like you're trying to press back through the top of your right thigh, and like there's a rope attached to your right butt cheek that's pulling back. Take one more big inhale, see if there's any more length you can find from the crown of your head to your right sit bone. And then keep that length as you exhale, fold over your right leg. So right butt cheek pulls back and up. Hands to the ground or hands to a block or blocks. Or you could also bring your hands to your shin or anywhere else that feels right to you. Keep pulling your right butt cheek up, 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 and pressing the top of your right thigh back. Every exhalation is an invitation to dive just a little bit deeper from the inside. Really good awareness, you guys. Nice, Dante. So square hips, and you want to feel your right quad muscle, the front of your thigh. You want to feel it fire up if possible. So it's engaging as you stretch the back of your thigh. Take one last round. Fold to your edge. And then bottom of your exhale, nice and easy. Just step your left foot to the top of your mat, forward fold. Spinal extension as you breathe in, lengthen out. Exhale, bow, let it go. Rise all the way to stand. Big stretch at the top, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Let's flow for a minute before we take all that on the other side. So inhale, arms reach. Add a little baby back bend as you exhale, cactus your arms. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, pump up your heart. Inhale, re-extend. See if you can feel neutral pelvis, neutral spine. And then exhale, stick your butt out, hinge at your hips, dive down, forward fold. Nice, Jen. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, however you would like. And eventually back to downward facing dog. Great big inhale into your down dog. Feel into all that space. Exhale, look forward, step or float. Top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Take it all the way up. Inhale, high mountain. Pause in your high mountain. So this time we will root into our left foot. Lift your right knee, standing staff. So find your balance here first. Hug in with your inner thighs and flex through your toes. So toes back and active towards your shin. See if you can even feel your little tiny baby pinky toe flexing back. Take one more inhale. And then with your exhalation, low lunge, slow motion. Fingers and toes touch at the exact same time if possible. Inhale, rise back up. So root into your left foot, slowly rise. If you want extra, extend your right leg forward. Try not to lean back, press through your heel. Go back and forth at your own pace with your own breath. Focused and alert, yet calm and relaxed all at the same time. So no rush. Move slowly and intentionally. Feel your left foot rooting down. Feel your connection to your center. Feel your slow, deep breath. Good job. Take 1 or 2 more rounds. And then eventually we'll end up in a low lunge position. So next time you're in low lunge, you're gonna stay there. If you need to adjust your legs at all, do take time to adjust. Bring your back knee down gently. Let your hips move forward and down. So if you don't have space to let your hips move forward and down, walk your front foot forward. Let your hips melt just a bit. Right hand on the ground and then left arm to the sky. You could also bring right hand to a block if you want. So revolve lunge or variation of revolve lunge. Twist from your center. Breathe down into your belly. Yeah. Let your hips move forward and down. Take a couple more rounds and see if there's any more space you can create. Really good. Bottom of your next exhale, unwind. Walk your hands to the inside now of your left foot. Bring your hands to the inside, walk your left foot out wide. Lift your back knee up. If you want to keep your back knee down, you can to modify and just lift your hips. Otherwise, back knee lifts, hips lift. And then see if you can let your heart get closer to the ground. So you might just walk your hands forward a little. You might bend your elbows. You might come down to your forearms. If you come down to your forearms, it's really tempting to just sink all of your weight into your right arm, into your right side. Try to encourage your weight to the left. Your left toes can pivot out to the left if that helps. You can also roll into the outer edge of your left foot. Just keep your left ankle really strong like it's in an ice skate or a ski boot. Then breathe. Nice job. So this pose, I think for most people, it's pretty uncomfortable. See if you can just be with that discomfort, knowing that it's only temporary. Give it your awareness and your breath one last round. Nice work. Lift back up to your hands. Plant them firmly under your shoulders. And then work your left foot back so you'll be in a plank position. From your plank position, side plank, left hand is your base this time. You can absolutely come to your left knee or your left forearm if you want to modify. Otherwise, press into your strong left hand. Use your fingers to grip the ground. Press into the outer edge of your left foot like you're karate chopping the ground with the outer edge of your left foot. And then lift your hips even higher. Maybe right arm forward and possibly right leg floats up. Awesome work, you guys. Last big inhalation, lift. Exhale, plank pose, top of your push-up. Find your strengths first. Inhale, push the ground away. Slow motion, strong straight line all the way to your belly. Good. Once again, stay low, baby cobra. So use just the strength in your back to lift. See if you can spread your toes and press your toenails down. Even your little baby pinky toe presses down. Press through your pelvis. Roll your shoulders back and down. Elbow tips point back. Now, this time, keep your lower body pressing down. Float your hands up and reach your hands back. Try not to lift your legs. I know it's so hard. Keep pressing through your shoelaces. Keep spreading your toes. Press through your toenails. Press through your pelvis. Bend your elbows and try to squeeze them closer together behind your back. See if you can lift your heart a little higher. One more inhale. Yee. Exhale, release. Good job. Take your time. Find your way into tabletop eventually. But in the meantime, let's say give yourself 4 or 5 breaths, whatever would feel good. So you might just relax on your belly for a moment. Maybe you want to take a child's pose or some cat-cows. And everyone, in your next couple breaths, tabletop. All right, this time left arm forward and right leg back. So strong, powerful line. Notice if it feels like your belly's dropping and you're making more of a smiley face shape with your body. See if you can draw your belly button in and up and feel that connection to your center, that brace around your middle. One more inhale as you reach and lengthen. And then slowly, like you're moving through mud, elbow to knee underneath you, round, hollow out. Nice, Sue. Inhale, reach, re-extend. Good, Alexis. As you exhale, slow motion, elbow to knee. Notice if you're locking out through your right elbow, keep your right arm strong, pressing through your right fingertips. One more time as you exhale, elbow to knee. So 3 on your own, I guess. Sorry, I lost you. And then eventually you'll be reaching forward and back. If you would like, option to move into your half bow. So left arm reaches back, bend your right knee. See if you can use the mobility in your mid and your upper back to lift your heart a little bit and gaze forward. And then if it is available, grab hold of your foot or your ankle. Try not to shoot your right knee out to the right, but instead hug in with your inner thighs. Breathe down into your belly. Good job. Soften around the pose. Spread your toes as you hold your foot in your hand. Last round. Good work. Slowly let it go. Spinal balance one more time. Inhale. And then exhale, set everything down. Dolphin pose. Come down to your elbows. And I'll just let you come into it whenever you're ready this time. We'll take about 5 breaths. So it is easier if you create a tripod with your hands. So that could be a modification if you want one. Otherwise, try to keep your forearms parallel. Try to keep spreading your fingers and pressing through your thumbs and your index. Lift your hips as high as you can and press your heart back towards the back wall. Use your breath to support you, to hold you. If you want to play, yeah, go for it. Last couple of rounds. You can exhale out your mouth if you would like. Yeah, good job. Push your heart back. Yeah, awesome. And then bottom of your next exhalation, let it all go. So bring your knees down and take a rest. Child, embryo, puppy. Just relax through your shoulders, soften through your face. In your next couple of breaths, downward facing dog. All right, from your down dog, Ujjayi breath, inhale your left leg to the sky. And for this one, keep your hips square, so inner thighs face each other. Notice if you let your right hip kind of shoot out to the right, And if so, hug in with your right inner thigh. Lots of times it helps me if I'm on my right tiptoes. So feel like that invisible rope is attached to your belly button and it's still pulling up and back. As you press down through your fingertips, press up with your left foot, stomp it on an invisible wall or try to stomp it on the top corner of the back wall. One more inhale. Exhale, keep your hips high, knee towards your nose, round your back, push the ground away, step forward softly. And then pyramid stance. So step your back foot in about a foot or two, depending on how long your legs are. Both feet flat on the ground, and you choose feet on 2 train tracks, all 10 toes face forward, or on a balance beam with your back foot at a little angle. The intention is to get square hips. Halfway lift, bring your hands to your hips. And see if you can push your left hip further back towards the back of the room. So squeeze through the front of your left thigh and pull your left butt cheek back like there's a rope attached to it and it's pulling back. So as much as you can find length from the crown of your head back to your left hip. Take one more inhale and breathe into that length. And as you exhale, keep that length and slowly fold over your front leg. So keep pulling your left butt cheek up and back. Keep pressing through the very top of your left thigh. Try to engage through the front of your thigh so that you're safely stretching the back of your leg, your hamstring muscle. And breath by breath, you work the pose. So you don't just tune out and wait for it to be over. You use every single breath to feel into something, to move something. I don't have to see it on the outside, but on the inside, you feel it. That's the yoga. It happens inside. Last couple of rounds. Good awareness, you guys. Very end of your next exhale, friends. Just step your back foot to the top of your mat. Forward fold, nice and easy. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet, rise all the way up. Arms overhead as you breathe in. Hands to heart, exhale. Let's flow for a moment with our breath. Inhale, high mountain. Baby back bend, exhale, catches your arms, puff up your heart, navel to spine, protects low back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And then exhale, stick your butt out and dive down. See if you can feel your core as you dive. Nice, Norma. Halfway lift position, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa your way, but move with awareness, especially as you grow into your back bend. If you can feel your lower body pressing down, even if you lift higher, your pelvis and your shoelaces still press. Yes. And then eventually downward facing dog. All right. From your down dog, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Go ahead and open your right hip this time. So peel it open, bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. So feel as if your right hip is a hinge on a door. Your right leg is the door. You should be able to just let it swing open, squeeze through your outer right glute. You can stay here if you prefer. Otherwise, one more inhale here. And exhale, right knee, left elbow, or as close as you can come. Inhale, three-legged dog. See if you can open your hip again. And then exhale, right knee, right armpit. So aim as high as you can. Push the ground away. Inhale, back up. Awesome, Jill. Open your hip one last time. And then this time, everyone, knee towards your nose. Round your back, hollow out your belly. Step forward softly. All right, listen. We're going to rise up into a warrior one, which I hardly ever teach. So your back heel pivots down. Back foot is at about a 30-degree angle. And I personally like my feet on 2 train tracks, not a balance beam. Rise when you are ready. So the intention is to square off your hips. Draw your right hip back. Draw your left hip forward and tone through your lowest, deepest abdominals. Yes, take one more inhale here as you reach up. And then as you exhale, bring your right hand to the crease in your right hip, the front of your right hip, and straighten your right leg. Now imagine you're throwing a football towards the front right corner of the room. So you're gonna reach through your left arm, reach, 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 hinge at your hips, reach, 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 reach. And then when you can't reach anymore, left hand comes down, maybe to the outside of your right foot, right arm to the sky, revolve triangle. Left hand could also be on the inside of your right foot. It could also be on a block. Yes, good. Pull your right hip up, 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 and press back through the top of your right thigh. Breathe down into your belly, into your low back, and twist as you exhale. Just a couple more rounds. If it's uncomfortable, breathe into it. Soften around it. Last breath. Twist, twist, twist. Good job. Release. Walk your hands to the long edge of your mat. So adjust your feet. All 10 toes face forward. And now your feet are on a balance beam that goes from the front to the back of your mat, from the front to the back of the room. Halfway lift, inhale. Anywhere you want to go as you exhale. So you can either fold, or if there's some other way you want to explore, feel free. Last couple of breaths. If you've gone anywhere else but here, bring yourself back. Next time you inhale, come to a halfway lift, fingertips on the ground, bend your knees as much as you need, and then walk your hands to the top of your mat, back to a low lunge. And then listen, from your low lunge, three-legged down dog. Take your right leg back and up. Right leg back and up. Open your right hip one more time. And then if you would like, option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down, right arm reaches forward. Lift through your hips and feel your back muscles hug around your spine. Yeah, nice, Pam. Beautiful. Take one more inhale if you're in the back bend. And then everyone come back. Regular downward facing dog. And just walk it out. Notice, how does your right side feel versus left side? Ujjayi breath. One more big inhale. Exhale, look forward, step or hop, top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet and rise all the way up. Full body stretch at the top as you breathe in. Hands to heart center as you breathe out. Flow with your breath. Inhale, high mountain. Baby back bend, cactus your arms, curl open. So it's different than leaning back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Exhale, dive down slowly. Take your time, traction out your spine. Beautiful. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa your way with lots of awareness, especially your heart opener. See you in downward facing dog. Very nice, everybody. Good job. So sit when you come into that heart rather than like this. It's okay. But it's just not doing anything good for you, anything right now. So like bend your elbows, shoulders back and down, press through here. If you're here, it's just gonna sink into your low back and dump into all these joints. All right. So downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Open your left hip, bend your knee, peel it open. So take your left knee out and up. See if you can feel the outside of your left butt cheek squeezing. It's called your medial glute. Active through your left foot. One more inhale. You can stay here if you want. Or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Get as close as you can. Push the ground away. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale back up, three-legged. Maybe open your hip. And then exhale, left to left. So aim high, aim for your shoulder. Inhale back up. One last time, open your hip. And then everybody exhale, knee to your nose. Keep your hips high and step through softly. Warrior one stance. Pivot your back heel down. So back foot at like a 30-degree angle. Your toes stay slightly out to the right and slightly forward. Rise when you're ready. Again, I like my feet on 2 train tracks rather than a balance beam. Feels a lot better on my back leg, but you can do what feels best for you. So if you like a balance beam, that's fine. Take one more inhale, tone your belly, puff up your heart, reach up. And then as you exhale, bring your left hand to the front of your left hip and straighten your front leg. So try to push your left hip towards the back wall. And then remember, like you're throwing a football towards the front left corner of the room or towards your left and forward. So hinge at your hips, reach, 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 reach. When you can't reach anymore, right hand to the outside of left foot, right or left arm to the sky. If you can't get your right hand to the outside of your foot, inside is fine, or a block is fine. Good, awesome work. Pull your left butt cheek back and up. Press back through the top of your left thigh. Use your exhales to work your twists. See if you can open through the left side of your heart. Last couple rounds. So good, everybody. Pull your left butt cheek up and back. Twist, twist, twist. Let it go. Wide-legged straddle position. So hands over to the right long edge of your mat. Adjust your feet as needed. All of your toes face forward. Spinal extension on an in-breath. And then anywhere you want to go, any way you want to explore. Last couple rounds. Next, inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees as needed. Draw your hands forward into a low lunge. From your low lunge, 3-legged down dog. Take your left leg back and up and peel your hip open one more time. So bend your knee, open your hip. Perfect place to stay, or option to flip your dog. So left foot comes down, reach your left arm forward. See if your heart can look at the front wall. Yes, beautiful. If you're in the back, bend one more big inhale into your front body. And then everyone, regular down dog. Set your left foot down, walk it out. And you can choose to just set your knees down, sit back in a child's pose, or come forward into high plank. Take a vinyasa, eventually end up in child's pose. And just breathe. Just notice. Just be in your body. Feel whatever there is to feel. Bless you. All right, in your next couple rounds, friends, find your way into a seat, however you like to get there. So we're gonna take a seated hip opener today. I will give lots of options so you can listen to all of them and then choose what will work best. So we'll start with our right leg on top. So first option is left leg stays extended, outer right ankle on top of your left thigh. And you can work with just sitting up nice and tall, or you can work with folding forward, reaching your butt back, reaching your heart forward, or double pigeon fire log. So both knees are bent and your shins are stacked, one on top of the other. So it's different than like a cross-legged position like this, very different. You want your outer ankle on your inner knee. Some people are gonna look more like this. If this is how you look, then you sit up tall. If your knee is level with your hip, then you can work on folding forward. And then if none of those options are gonna work for you, you can just lay down on your back and take a supine, like a figure 4 variation instead. So you choose. And if there's something else that you're like, oh, I wanted to do that, then go for it. We'll be here for about 5 to 10 rounds. Keep your right toes flexed and active and your right ankle nice and strong. If you're working a forward fold variation, then think of butt back and heart forward. So rather than tucking your tailbone and trying to get the top of your head to the ground by rounding your back, reach your butt back, hinge at your hips. Imagine you're trying to reach your heart past your knee. Every exhalation is an invitation to dive just a little bit deeper from the inside. Notice if you're straining, tensing up anywhere that you don't need to be. Notice even if you're holding your breath. Good job, you guys. Take just about 3 more. If you are folded forward, bottom of your next exhale, slowly roll, or you can reverse swan dive up if you'd rather. And then once you're sitting, everybody, whatever variation you are in, extend your left leg forward. And then you're gonna turn to the left and put your right foot on the ground. Bring your hands off the edge of your mat. So if you want to, you can just watch me first. Your left hand is going to stay where it's at. Your right hand is going to reach down. And if you can grab your foot, grab your foot. If you can't, grab wherever you can reach on your leg. Okay, all of this has to happen simultaneously. So you're gonna step on your foot, put your weight in your left arm like you're doing chaturanga, and you're going to use your core to reach your butt back behind you. So it looks like this. And try to keep your left shoulder strong and plugged into the socket rather than letting it roll forward. So put as much weight as you can in your right foot and it will help. Chaturanga with your left arm. Use your core to take your butt back behind you. This is baby grasshopper pose. If you hate it and you don't want to try it, you do not have to. Good job, you guys. Yay! When you've had enough, you can let it go. And then eventually we'll just take some windshield wipers. So whenever you're ready, feet nice and wide, mat width distance apart, this side to side. Make sure your feet are wide so there's space in your low back as you take your knees side to side. And I even like to kind of turn my shoulders and my gaze the opposite direction of my knees. Stay here for as long as you want. So give yourself maybe 1 or 2 more rounds if you want to. Eventually, we'll meet back in down dog. And you can choose how you want to find your way there. Just do it with awareness. It doesn't have to be fancy, but move with awareness and intention. Stay connected to your breath. Bring it back if you've lost it. So just one last time here in down dog. Just feel all the space you've created. Breathe into it, move into it. Great big inhale, push the ground away. And as you exhale, look to the top of your mat, step or float, forward fold. Halfway lift position as you breathe in, lengthen out. And exhale, let it go. Root through your feet, rise. One last time, big stretch at the top. Hands to heart center as you exhale. Flow with your breath. High mountain, inhale. Little baby back bend. Stay connected to your center as you curl open, bottom tips of shoulder blades, squeeze. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Beautiful. Exhale, traction out your spine and your side bodies as you dive down so butt sticks out behind you. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Move through it with awareness. Grow into one last heart opener, belly back bend. Again, with awareness, maybe new awareness. And then just a child's pose is where we'll end up. Breathe into your low back and your hip. And however you would like to get there, start a transition into a seat. And same options this time, but left leg is on top. So maybe your right leg is extended, both toes flexed and active. You can work with just sitting up really tall, or try to reach your butt back and your heart forward as you fold. Also take double pigeon, fire log pose. Try to get your outer ankle to your inner knee. So not your foot inside your calf, but outer ankle, inner knee, and both shins parallel to the front edge of your mat. People like to put their bottom leg in. So shin should be stacked. And then again, sit up tall. If your knee is really high, and you're gonna stay sitting up tall. If your knee is level with your hip, reach your butt back, reach your heart forward. And if when you're folding forward and you're double pigeon and you're like, I hardly feel anything, my hips are so open, take your hands to the soles of your feet and push your hands into your feet, press your feet back into your hands. Come up for a second. See if you can bring your ankle all the way there. Yeah, good. Yeah, and supine variation, of course, is welcome too, or anything else that's calling to you. Big, deep breaths. Be here for about 3 more rounds. If you are in a forward fold, bottom of your next exhale, start to slowly rise back up. And then everyone from wherever you're at, so if you're on your back, lift up. If you have both knees bent, extend your right leg forward. And then turn your upper body to your right, bring your hands off the edge of your mat and step your left foot on the ground. I like my toes to face kind of forward and kind of towards the wall. So you can figure out what feels best with your left foot, how you want to angle it. Left hand reaches back to grab your right foot if you can. If that's too much, grab wherever you can on your leg. Your right arm is going to be in chaturanga. So as you are ready, simultaneously push into your right hand, step onto your left foot, use your strong core to lift your butt and reach it back behind you. Try to keep your right shoulder plugged in rather than letting it roll forward. Breathe. Good job. When you've had enough, you can let it go. We'll take windshield wipers again, but this time we'll take them on our back. So when you're ready, you can just unwind, come all the way down, And start some windshield wipers on your back. Make sure your feet are nice and wide. And then eventually let your knees fall over to the right and hang out there for about 4 or 5 breaths. If you want to intensify this at all, you can bring in the outer edge of your right foot to the outside of your left knee and just use that to press your left knee forward and down a little bit. So working the length from your left shoulder down to your left knee, that entire side. If you feel like your left back ribs are lifting a lot, that's okay, but have the intention of pressing the back of your left ribs towards the ground. And then as you're ready, no rush, but eventually just switch to the other side. Same option. You want to intensify it a bit, outer edge of left foot to the outside of your right knee. And just big deep breaths. I'll just leave it up to you. So you can stay here as long as you want. And you feel pretty even on both sides. Come back to center. Might feel nice to rest with your feet wide and your knees falling in for just a moment. And then eventually just take any finishing poses that you would like to take to finish off your own practice for you. So happy baby, one last inversion, one last heart opener, anything else that your body is calling for. If you want to go straight into your Shavasana, that's absolutely fine with me. So eventually, just let your breath become effortless. Let go of any control or manipulation. Eventually, just let all the muscles in your body relax and let go. This is a reading by Mary Oliver. It's called Don't Hesitate. If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give in to it. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We are not wise and not very often kind, and much can never be redeemed. Still, life has possibility left. Perhaps this is its way of fighting back. But sometimes something happens better than all the riches or power in the world. It could be anything, but very likely you notice it in the instant when love begins. Anyway, that's often the case. Anyway, whatever it is, don't be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb. These last few moments, just give in. Whatever you're feeling, let yourself feel it. Just be in your body. Whatever comes, come. Whatever goes, go. for these last few moments of class. Shavasana. If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give in to it. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We are not wise and not very often kind, and much can never be redeemed. But still, life has some possibility left. Perhaps this is its way of fighting back. But sometimes something happens better than all the riches or power in the world. It could be anything, but very likely you notice it in the instant when love begins. Anyway, that's often the case. Anyway, whatever it is, Don't be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. And just start to bring small, gentle movement back in. Wiggle fingers, toes. If you want, you could rub your hands together. Place them over your eyelids. Just be in the dark for one last moment. And then as you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. And take just a couple breaths resting there. Really letting your practice settle in your body, soak in. And then nice and easy, using the strength in your arms, find your way up into seated meditation. So right back where we started. You sit up nice and tall, feel into the length of your spine and the back of your neck. Gather your hands to your heart, either prayer position or one palm stacked on top of the other. And we'll close our practice together with one collective Om. So please try not to worry how you sound, no judgment. Focus more on just using your voice, letting it express as your own vibration. So moving through your body, expressing out your mouth. Start by exhaling, empty out, and feel free to clear your throat if you need. And breathe in your voice all the way down from your belly. Thank you so much for being here, for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, my friends, have a wonderful Thursday. And I hope to see you soon. Bye, Jill.
Yep. She does so good. You are so good, girl.
Good job.